kia ora, Helen Browns here, coming to you live from Surprise in Arizona. Hope you're all having a super fantastic sparkling day. Welcome to Before the Dirt Nap podcast number 1812. Still riding the high. Yep, that high that we got this weekend from getting that one task accomplished, or one goal accomplished. Hang on, I just got to put that down so I'm not seeing the screen. And I'm still riding that high. Today was accountability day, which I love accountability because it keeps me on track. And it means that every week I am having to, hang on, something is flashing here. There we go. All right. I just had something flashing off the corner of the screen. It was just very distracting. Where were we? Oh yeah, accountability day. So it means I get to talk to my accountability coach. I get to tell her what I have done this week, what I have accomplished so far, what's on my track for this coming week, what are my goals for this week. I love accountability day. And the fact that I'm still riding on the high and she's sort of like, you're back, aren't you? And I went, yeah, kind of. So I'm getting back into the groove of things of getting that accomplishment done and riding that high for as long as I can and keeping that feeling going by getting things accomplished each day. I've got projects I'm working on for clients and they've been getting done each day. I've got that room out the back that I'm tackling this week, but I've decided that, maybe in the morning before I get into my office, because I have office hours. And, when you work from home, you got to try different things. And yes, working from home is great because it means if you want to do laundry, you can just, my laundry's like right next door. I can just jump up when it gets done, switch it out and carry on working. And, the kitchen's not far away. I have my breaks and, I have to tell, I'm going to post this picture later, but I got this awesome photograph of Zeffy today. Every afternoon around 2:00, I take a break. I've been sitting here for 2 hours. I get up, I take a break, and then come back and do the last 2 hours for the help chat. And I got up from the chair today. I had my phone in my hand, and I said to Zeffy, break time. And the look that she gave me, I cracked up laugh. I managed to get the camera thing to work from the home screen. Sometimes it doesn't always work. Got the camera button to work to unlock the phone and that sort of thing, and got this beautiful picture of her with this look on her face. Actually, can I bring it up now? Let's see. Photos. Yes, this look says it all. I don't know if you can see that, but oh, jeepers, it looks horrible on there. No one doesn't come here. I think it's all the shiny stuff around. Hang on, what happens if I do this? Can you see that easier? No, that doesn't make it any easier. But I'll post it later on so you guys get to see it. It's a really cute picture of her. And I get to play with this again. Let's try that. No. That's a bit of light. Oh. Yeah, I swear I take all my eye makeup off, but it still shows up. So I got some, sorry, like I said, I got stuff accomplished today. You're still riding on that high. So because the stuff got accomplished, I was then able to still ride that because, accomplished something else today. So it's keeping that feeling going of getting the accomplishments done. And it's just such an amazing feeling. The fact that I can get this done. I've got notes all over my desk, and I found these old notepads from when I first started with cruise planners, and and now I've got all these little notes all over the place on these little pads that we have, and yes, it's ACC. I'm an ECC now, so that's how long ago these were. And I've got all these little notes all over the place, and my Post-it notes, they're all over. I've got to clean up my desk and get rid of all these little notes that are all over the place and get them organized and everything else. Get them typed into my different programs that they need to go into to keep track of and things like that. So, but it's just such an amazing feeling. And I thought, maybe tomorrow morning, depending on when we go out for our walk in the morning, which, we're usually getting out around 5:30ish, just after the sun comes up, and we're out for our walk, and come back from there and, clear a box or two out of there. Just start organizing things in the other room so that come Saturday after my mastermind group, because I got mastermind on Saturday, after that I can then get things, start digging into there so I can start getting the books organized, because that's going to be the biggest thing, is getting the books organized. And speaking of books, now, if you were on last night with Nicole, she mentioned that it's Prime Day. Amazon's got their Prime Days on where they have these ridiculous sales and things like that. And so I went in there, and I wasn't planning on getting anything, but there was a couple of things I needed, which I usually get from Prime anyway. And so I went on there, and they were on sale. So I was sort of like, okay, that works. One of them was one of Zephy's chews that she gets, one of these dental chew things that she gets that the vet recommended for her. And it was on 35% off. You think I'm going to pass that up? Heck no. So I got that for her, and a couple of other things that we needed in the house that were on sale as well. So very happy with myself on that. And I did not go overspending. I did not go get things I don't need, which sometimes when these Prime, it's, oh, that's a really good deal. Click, 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 click. Yeah, no. I was very strict with myself. I actually had my basket full at one. Well, I had the basket, a whole bunch of stuff in the basket, and I went through and I went, remove that for later, remove that for later. Yes, it's a really good deal, but I don't really need it right now, so remove it. You know, this stuff's going to come on sale again, so I'm just going to get exactly what I need, and that's what I did. So I was very proud of myself today. I stopped the binge spending, which was good. Loved it. So that was another thing accomplished off my list today. So I got to tell you, you get in this mode of getting things done and accomplishing goals, and you know, even if it's just a little project, like make sure that you order the stuff that you need. And if it's on sale, great. If it's not, we still got to order it anyway. But the fact that it was on sale made it even better, especially getting her shoes at 35% off. And then Capital Shopping, if you get Capital One has this shopping app extension that goes into your Chrome, that if you go to sites to shop, it will tell you, hey, we've got a deal on that, or you can get cash back if you buy it here. And so I was doing that. And then in Amazon, if you've got it there, it comes up in there and says, hey, well, you can get this for $10 cheaper. So I went and had a look at the $10 cheaper one, and I wasn't comparing apples to apples. I wanted the 30 count, and that was for the 14 count. I'm like, yeah, no, I want the 30 count. So there was just that sort of like little discrepancy on that. And I thought that's okay, because I've saved on this anyway, because I'm getting 35% off it. So that was really cool. So there's that, you know, look out for that. Look out for the little Capital One shopping thing. And you don't have to have a Capital One card to do this either. It's just one of those apps that just monitor the sites that you go to. And if there's deals at that site, then you can do that. And like they come up in my email, it comes up every now and again, because I know I shop at PetSmart. And where I get Zephy's food from, they, oh, we've got a deal there at PetSmart, but you have to have it delivered in order to get the deal. And I was like, yeah. It's depending on what the deal is. And if it's cheaper for me to go get it, then I'll go get it. If it works out cheaper to get it delivered, I'll get it delivered, you know, whichever way you want to go. But so yeah, so the things I needed were all on sale today. So I was super, super happy about that. But I did get one book in that. I did get, was it one or two books? I got two books. They had Michael J. Fox's book that he released like 2 or 3 years ago, was down to like $3.23 or something for the Amazon Prime thing. It was like 70-something% off. So I grabbed, it was the paperback or the hardback. I can't remember which, but I grabbed that. That'll be here next week. And then you got to look for this thing too, because yes, you can get things delivered overnight. But sometimes they turn around and say, if you do it on this particular day, we're going to put as many stuff as we're going to shrink the package size or something, put everything into a package or package it together. Or if you go on this day, it's sort of like an easy delivery day or something, and we're going to give you X number of credits towards a Kindle book. And this one was, there was 2 items there. So I got $6 back by changing my delivery date from tomorrow to Thursday of next week. Yeah. So by delaying it for a week, I get $6 that I can go spend on Kindle books later on. And I've got a Kindle wish list going as well. So I actually have 2 Kindle lists going. One is to read, and the other one is on the unlimited, because when you get the unlimited Kindle, you can read as many books as you want in a month, but they do limit you on how many you can borrow at one time. And I'm at my max every time. I'm always on my max. And so then I was like looking at it going, which one do I want to get rid of first? So I've got some reading to do to be able to get those books down. And some of them I may end up purchasing them, but I find Kindle Unlimited is really good to sample books. Like I've got coconut flour sitting in my pantry, because I wanted that as an alternative to regular flour. And with coconut flour, on the back of the coconut flour, it says 1/4 cup coconut flour plus 1 egg equals 1 cup of wheat flour. And I'm like, cool, there's got to be a cookbook for that. So go into Amazon. Sure enough, they're in Kindle Unlimited. There's a cookbook on using coconut flour for like everyday recipes, for like doing scones / biscuits, cookies, cakes, all the baking stuff, making pastries for pies. There's all sorts of stuff in there in a case where you would use regular flour, and the recipes have been adapted for coconut flour. So I'm kind of excited to get started into some of those. I was like, oh, this is really cool. I like this. And so we're going to get started into some of those. And then what was in the other books that I got? Oh, there's all stuff about, there's different books on learning different techniques for using AI like ChatGPT or any of the AI programs that are out there. So I'm reading on those to get more familiar with how to use the AI stuff, because I've got a project coming up where it's going to play a role in that project. So I need to sort of like dial in a little bit better with how I use the prompts and stuff. And this is all about how to word the prompts more beneficial to get the information that you want. Because I find sometimes I tell ChatGPT to do something and it's not what I wanted it to do. And yet I've got it set in my head. So I'm typing it in as it's set in my head, but it doesn't translate across. There's a couple of words that I need to change, because if I change those couple of words, ChatGPT understands it better than if I use the words that I was using. So it shows you stuff like that. Instead of using this, use this, that sort of thing. Or, if you're going to, and so it's learning how to do those prompts properly, but it's trial and error. It's the free version of ChatGPT, so it's not costing me anything. It just cost me a little bit of time to learn this, but that's okay. I like to get in and play. So like I tell people, I said, when it comes to using new programs, I like to go in and try and break them. I will, show me how this works and then let me go play. It used to be show me how this works, watch me do it, and then let me play. But of course, now with remote work, the watch me do it kind of stuff is kind of being dropped out of things. So it's show me how it works, then let me play. And sometimes if it's been recorded, I'll go back through the recording step by step and watch everything again, and actually like do that as the video goes. So pause the video, go do the step, come back, watch the video for the next step, pause it, go do that step. That's how I learned how to create a whole bunch of videos like real quick. And well, it wasn't real quick. It took me 8 hours of learning. It took me 6 hours to watch a 9-minute video, but I was doing every step along the way. So I would pause it, go do the step. If I wasn't clear, I'll go back and rewatch that step, pause it, and then go in. And I was typing in exactly what they told me to type in and everything else. And got the Riddles YouTube channel up and running with the Riddler. And so that was pretty cool. And so that showed me how to do a whole bunch of videos in a very short amount of time. And just, and going in and changing the background and then changing some of the other things, but then, putting the next 50 up and then the next 50. We ended up with like 500 different riddles, I think it was. And I haven't got all of them up there. There's only like about 30 or 50 up there. But, learning how to do that. And that's what I do with the videos and things. And then I go play. Oh, this is pretty cool. Once I get the hang of it, then I go play. I'm learning another program called Cast Magic right now, which is amazing. Oh my gosh, what it's able to do. And I have a client that I actually working with Cast Magic for this client. So I'm getting lots of practice with it and having fun. It's all fun, which is the cool part. So that's how I know enough about technology to be dangerous, is I just learn a little bit here and a little bit there. And sometimes I go over that little bit, and that's when I get into trouble. But that's all good. It's all okay. It's all part of the learning process. And a lot of the times it doesn't matter if you screw up, because it can be undone. There's the odd occasion where it can't be undone. And I just realized we've still got Nicole's thing going across. Well, that's fine. 5 great tips to create a toxic-free kitchen. Oh, wonder if they've got jars on sale. I forgot the mason jars on sale. I am slowly changing my kitchen over from plastic containers to glass containers. And so far I've got some really good deals out of Amazon when they've had them just on regular sale, but I totally forgot to go check to see if they had any glass containers on Prime Day. So I might have to do that when we get back from our walk this evening. Yeah. Because I tell you, putting stuff in glass containers, and a nice thick glass too, and they have plastic lids, but they've got silicone seals on them. So the plastic's is never touching the food. It's the silicone that touches the food, which is pretty cool. And I have to tell you, I am loving putting stuff in jars and having it last longer than if it was in plastic, and not having to worry about the plastic stuff leaching into the food and all sorts of good stuff. I tell you. Yeah. So if you want to get Toxic-Free Kitchen, go pick up this book, this 5 tip things, and they talk about glass containers versus plastic containers. And they're so easy to clean because I just throw them in the dishwasher and they come out sparkling clean. I do hand wash the lids though. I do hand wash the lids, but that doesn't take much. But as far as putting glass and the glass cleans a lot easier. And there's sometimes that I have put stuff in plastic containers and it's discolored the plastic. It's just not pretty. It's just not pretty at the end of it. But the glass is so easy to clean. And it looks really pretty in the refrigerator when you've got all the different colors of food in there and everything else. And I put my chocolate chai pudding into little mason. I've got 2 cup size 16-ounce mason jars. And so I fill it half with chocolate chai pudding. I put some craisins and cranberries in there and some fresh blueberries. And then I put some coconut milk yogurt on top, unsweetened. And put that on top, and then I might put a few more blueberries on top of that. I don't know. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And then put the lids on it to settle it up and stick it in the refrigerator, and they'll last a few days. And I'm down to my last 2 jars that I made on Monday. Monday night, I think I made them. Down to my last 2 jars. So, but they're a nice, good snack. I actually have them for dessert in the evenings. And but even. We're talking about watermelons last night, and I like to get the watermelon. I didn't know about Nicole's recipe at the time, so I'm going to go try that next time. But I'm going to get a watermelon, and I usually just scoop all the meat, the flesh out of the watermelon and put it into my blender. And these are the mini seedless melons. Put it into the blender and then puree it, blend it till it gets liquid, and then pour it into mason jars. So I've got 2 cups each time. And the last one I'd had, it gave me 2, 4, 6, 8 cups out of a watermelon. And yet it does settle, like you get the pulp. It kind of has a pulp at the top, a pulp at the bottom, and clear and liquid in the middle. And then you just shake it up before you drink it. And I'll tell you, that was really, really refreshing. But Nicole has a recipe where it's the watermelon, the pulp from the watermelon with water and lime. And I thought, I'm going to try that one. So, there's all sorts of cool stuff out there and lots of good things happening. So I'm still writing the high, and it's making me more aware of what I am doing, and am I doing this correctly? Am I not doing this correctly? And what is the reason that I am doing, like if I'm going and buying stuff on Amazon, what is the reason that I am buying the stuff there? And it's because it was stuff that we needed, stuff I've always ordered through Amazon. It happened to be on sale with their Prime Day thing. So why not grab it when it's on sale, especially when you're almost run out of the product. So that was pretty cool. But anyway, I've rabbited on for long enough. I got a DOG that wants to go for WALK. It's a little cooler tonight. It's only 110 outside, which is around 43, might be 44. It's mid-40s centigrade for my metric people. But anyway, we're out of here. And I will tell you this too. I've been having fun over the last few days of booking people to come on as guests on the podcast. So we are 2 weeks tonight. We'll have Casey here as we celebrate 5 years of doing Facebook Lives. 5 years. 5 years of doing a live every day. 5 years. It'll be 1,826 days. And some of those days, like during the global pause, when everybody was in lockdown, I was actually doing 2 a day, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. And then I went back to doing 1 a day. So there's I think on my videos, there's over 3,000 lives that have been done over the last 5 years. Yes. So as the podcast. So we started off with Helen's Great Adventures. We switched it to Before the Dirt Nap. What are we going to do in year 6? I have no clue at this point. I'm still working on that. I've been looking at it as it's coming up, and I'm like, oh, we're going to keep going as we're going. Are we going to change it up a little bit? I don't know. All I know is that I have a guest next Tuesday. I have Casey the following Wednesday in 2 weeks. I've got another guest coming on, and I've got another guest coming on in August, and we've got her booked for later in the month. That one's going to be a cool one. That's going to be on art journaling, and it's one of those journals that I have never really tried, but they're really fascinating on how you do them. So she wanted to go later in August so that she had time to create some other journals to show you the different types of art journaling or different types of journals that you can create for your own junk journals, art journaling, all that sort of cool stuff. And if you don't know what all of that is, you're going to have to tune in on that one in August. And then I've got some other people I'm going to be bugging this week to get them on the calendar as well. So I'm having fun booking special guests to come on for you guys. And like I said, the next one's next Tuesday. Then we've got Wednesday the 31st, when Casey will be here. And then we've got Kathy coming up at the end of towards the end of August with the journals and stuff. But it's all happening. Yay! Everything's just suddenly just, I went through a slump for a bit, and everything after I got that DVD thing done, it's like accomplishment done. And now this week, everything's just pieces are just starting to fall into place. And then I had that really great call with a dear friend of mine on Saturday where I told her what my idea was to get her feedback on it. And I'm working on different steps of that to do the research that I need to do. So yeah, keep an eye out. There'll be stuff happening for that you won't know that's what it's for. So if you keep asking, what is she doing with that now? Stay tuned. That's all I can tell you. Anyway, I'm out of here. Go out, have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we'll catch you guys back here tomorrow evening